We're going to look at how we can convert a number to a string. So I've got a simple program here that currently just declares a number. We've actually implicitly converted numbers to a string quite a bit because we've probably done things like string result equals, and then you might say result, and then you might say like plus number. Okay, and that's allowed in Java. Java will do that implicit conversion for you. But what you couldn't do, we couldn't say, for example, string number as text equals number. Okay, it won't actually allow us to do that. If we do that, it will say you're trying to provide an integer, but actually a string is what's required. So you can sort of cheat your way around it just by trying to concatenate that number with an empty string, and it will do the conversion for you. But it's not necessarily the only way of doing things. It's not necessarily the best way of doing things. So there are two other ways we can convert a number to a string, and they also bring with them some additional benefits. So one is to use the static method that belongs to the string class. So we can say string dot value of, and we can pass in our number. Okay, and that's fine. That will now give us the number as text. So let's just print that out, and we'll get, I'm sure what you expect is just 42 printed out. We could, we're aware we can pass an integer to the print line method, but we are now passing it as a string. So that's one way of doing it. You'll see also, if we do value of, we can actually pass in other data types. So we can convert a Boolean to a string. We can convert a double to a string, a float to a string, a long, a char, as well as arrays of characters and so on and so forth. Okay. Also, as well as string having a method called value of, the integer class has a method. Okay, and the integers class method we can use is called toString. Okay, so we can pass an integer into that, and again it will convert it to a string for us. So if we run it again, it is 42. The other thing we can do, okay, and you'll notice here, there are, we can pass two parameters to the toString method. We can pass the value itself, and we can also pass a radix. Okay, so that's the base of the number system that we want to use. Okay, now it does also have convenient methods for making binary strings and hex strings and octal strings. So if we're using 2, 8 or 16 as our number system, base 16 for our number system, we can use that, or we can use radix. So if I call toString, I pass in 42 and specify the radix as 16, we'll get a hexadecimal value printed out because it will store that integer. There we go, 2a is printed out. Similarly, if I put the base to 2, we're now using binary, we'll get the binary representation. But say, for example, for whatever reason we wanted to use a number system based on, base 5, so whereby the only valid characters in a number system are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we can do that. Okay, and you can see that we get the value of 1, 3, 2. So that goes up to 5, that goes up to multiples of 5, and that goes up to, again, 5 lots of 5. So we've got 1 lot of 25 plus 3 lots of 5, so 25 plus 3 lots of 5 will give us 40, and then we've got 2, so that gives us our value of 42. So that's a way we can convert integers in whatever integers into a string in whatever base system we like.